Welcome once again to On VJ's playlist. And I have two stunning ladies, really looking stunning right now at this moment. Sanjita Bhattacharya and Kamakshi Khanna. Welcome, guys. Or welcome, ladies, rather,
Thank
I
you.
should say.
Thank you. By the way, I
Thank you.
love the name of your YouTube channel, We on VJ's playlist. I think it's something that we all used to look forward to every month, and it's so cool that you're starting your own YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Well,
And we're
at
so
least,
happy to be here.
now at least you'll have to look forward to it weekly. It's not going to be a monthly affair. It's going to be a weekly
That's
affair.
even better.
Yes. So I am extremely excited, firstly, to be hosting both of you because for the longest time, as much as I remember, I've been following the works of both of you, and I cannot wait for swimming to hit out there on all the music streaming platforms. I cannot wait for the world to hear it. And just looking at the rushes of the music video that you guys have put out, first of all, both of you are looking stunning. Stunning is actually an
Mm.
understatement. Um, I've been very excited for both of you to collaborate from the time the two of you, joined forces for the Teach You cover back, back last year during Women's Day,
Oh, yeah.
where both of you
yeah,
performed. I'm not
Oh
sure
my
which.
God, it's exactly like a year later, 2 years later that we're doing this
this is
technically.
1 year, 1 year. I'm sure it's 1 year.
1 year,
Time
sorry.
goes by
1 year.
that fast, I feel.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
this
1 year.
pandemic has put us all in a limbo. So, I mean, there's absolutely no concept of time. But I remember watching that video and, both of you sitting against this really pretty backdrop, some cute kids in the background, and both of you are singing Teach You. And I was like, okay, when will we get to see the two of you collaborate? And clearly, you guys have decided to take the baton forward when it comes to collaborations because now it's truly so much of feminine energy. And I think swimming is just reflective of that. So, firstly, I want to begin with asking you both when um, did firstly you guys get acquainted with each other? First of all, how did that happen?
I don't even
Wow.
remember. It's been
I
so many
really don't
years.
even. I feel
I remember
like
one show we did together in for Blender's Pride or some fashion show that we were singing for, and we were doing
yeah,
harmonies. I remember. I think that was the first time we worked together, but like in the
Yeah.
scene, we've interacted a bunch of times, seen each other perform. Is there
there
something
is
like was it?
one definite like day that even I remember that we actually met and did anything. And then, of course, I knew of Kamakshi because she sang, and I had we both have many mutual friends, and I had heard her music through them as well. But yeah, that one fashion show gig, and then we had one more gig where a bunch of us came together and sang. Remember, Kamo?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like a bunch of us artists from Delhi.
At yeah, 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 I remember this. It was in
Yes.
some yeah,
Camping
yeah,
style. Yeah, yeah.
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 I've
And
forgotten the venue, but yeah.
and that's it. Vijayalakshmi, we don't really have like a really great answer for that. And after that, I think we just ended up meeting at Kamakshi's place, and we ended up just chit chatting, eating a lot of biryani, sitting under a
Yeah.
tree, and recording Teach You. That was our
Yeah.
day of actually hanging out together. First day.
Yeah, it was a really special day and it kind of passed really quickly. I think we
Yeah.
started chilling at 1 and next thing we know it's 10 p.m. We've had too much biryani and we were watching something, listening to pop from 2000s and like listening to
Oh my
music
god,
and
I
checking out
forgot.
music
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
I
You were.
actually just read a piece where Sanjita calls you her biryani dost, her one true biryani dost. So,
Oh.
I mean, who would
Oh,
have
that
thought?
is an honor. That is truly an honor.
So who would have thunk that now biryani would play the icebreaker between two lovely singer songwriters. Let's talk about
Yeah.
swimming, guys, because it's your ode to feminine energy. It's your ode to the female bonding, the female friendships, which frankly is now the need of the hour because we really need that. All of us, I'm
Hmm.
sure, in our respective rights, irrespective of from which walks of life we come from. But feminine energy is possibly our biggest asset right now. So, what was the thought process behind making swimming, or when did you guys decide that okay, this was what you wanted to go ahead with, or this is what you wanted your first collaboration to be about?
So initially, swimming was something that I wrote in like really like early in the lockdown, just the chorus. And I kept feeling very stuck with it. And literally, the chorus does say that, can somebody help me out? Because I did write it at a place where I was, swimming in my emotions and I was overwhelmed with the kind of spiraling thoughts that I was having. And I just kept imagining, because I was following a lot of Sangeeta's work constantly, all the songs that she was putting up, especially this one song called Watercolor. And I was like, okay, I definitely need another female vocalist and singer songwriter on this track, and someone who can bring another perspective, because I was feeling a little stuck with it. And I just imagined her voice on it. Like the minute I heard Watercolor, I was like, okay, this is the voice. This is the person that would be perfect for this song. And after that, I reached out to her and she wrote her verse in literally 2 days. We actually have all these voice notes. But yeah, it was great working with Sangeeta on this. And I couldn't have imagined working with anybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, it was I think one of my most spontaneous collaborations because Kamakshi sent me like one afternoon randomly in the middle of lockdown. I get this voice note from her, just the chorus of swimming, and I immediately just sat down with my guitar, and it came out within 10 seconds. I mean, not 10 seconds, maybe 10 minutes, I think. It came out, I recorded the thing and sent it back to her. The entire song was literally written on this app called WhatsApp. Thank you everybody for making this
Yeah.
because like
They should
because
sponsor us.
they should
Oh my
sponsor.
God. We'll talk
Oh
about
my
that
god,
after this
actually.
meeting.
But really, and of course, we didn't even think that the process would end up involving so many supremely talented ladies in our lives, from everyone from Parizad who directed the video to the stylist Anchal to our friend Pritiza who took stills for the film, the makeup artist, everybody just came together and it ended up being about feminine energy and feminine friendships more than we even initially when we birthed the song we did not think that this is how it would end up being. But I think everything just came together, like the universe kind of aligned itself and made it what it is. And I'm so
Yeah.
excited for everyone to hear it and see it.
And this is
You
the
know,
first
speaking
time we
about,
actually got to. Sorry, sorry. I just.
sorry, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead. I just want to also talk about the choreographer, Ashna. I
Yeah.
think for me,
Yes.
it was the first time to work with a choreographer in a music video and just understand how to like express the words that you're trying to say and the emotions that you're trying to convey through your body and through movement. And I think
Yeah,
all of it was such a huge learning experience for us. Yeah.
absolutely.
It's interesting actually, because my next question was, about this also being one of the few works out there in the independent music space, which has an all, feminine crew out there with Kamakshi, I believe your sister Akshina also, she has, taken care of the artwork.
Done the artwork. Yes.
You stepped
Yeah.
into production. Of course, there is Parizat who's done the direction. There is Ashna who's done the choreography and is also one of, background dancers who features alongside Tanya with you guys in the video. Um, and
Yeah.
then your styling, the makeup artist. I mean, it's all feminine because I
Yeah. Pretty
remember.
much everyone. Yeah.
Other than
Except
the
Abhinandan, the
supplement.
DOP. I feel bad. I feel like he's stuck in a
Yeah.
girl's bathroom or something throughout. But yeah, except for him, everybody who was leading anything
Yeah.
was female. Yeah.
The Kamakshi, the last time I remember when I connected with you for a similar interview like this with Malvika, you really spoke you know, very seriously, and with a huge concern about how the independent music space in general can create an environment because we are still discussing, friendly, safer environments for women to function in different technical aspects of, the music space, of creating a work culture for women, which is conducive, which is safe, which allows them to do what they want to do. Somewhere, do you feel that swimming is also a huge step towards that direction?
Uh, I think so. I don't think when we were like, creating this, it was more about the people that we wanted to work with, the people
Yeah.
that we thought were right for this project. But yeah, I think I don't know if this is a good thing to say, but a lot of times I do feel a little tired of just seeing men around me in bands or in situations or in work. I think it was a huge, refreshing change to have a completely women's led team doing every little thing from the technical aspect to the creative aspect. Everything was taken care of by women,
Yeah.
which was a really thing, like really amazing thing to happen. And hopefully one day it wouldn't be something that we'll even
And
notice.
a
It'll be
novel,
that normal
Yeah.
and it'll just
Yeah.
feel normal. Yeah.
Exactly, and I feel there's a huge shift in energy when it's an
Absolutely.
all female crew. Not that there's just there's no tension in the room. Like there's no tense energy, I feel, and I don't
Yeah.
think particularly because I really don't want to drive on this like female male thing,
Yes,
but
yes.
I also
It's
feel
not female versus male thing, but yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
The energies do differ. Yes.
the energy is
Yeah.
just so
And
easy,
yeah,
and
and
that
most
is
importantly, yeah, I also feel like women see the world in a lens that men don't sometimes. And
Absolutely.
similarly,
Yes.
men also have a perspective that we will never understand. So I think
and I
to have everybody in the room being in sync with that
Hmm.
message, with that energy of just, female friendships and
Yeah.
supporting each other and lifting each other up was exactly what this particular song needed, I feel.
Right.
and I also want to say that men too can have feminine energy, and that is and
Yeah,
women can have masculine energy, and I think
absolutely.
that's
Yeah,
that's the balance that we
Right.
as human race can create together. So yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, you guys pretty much summed it up, Sanjita and Kamakshi, because even when I talk to people in the film space also, they pretty much say the same thing that when there are stories, centered around women and about women, there's so much of a difference from how a male director presents it versus how a female director presents it, because she'll obviously bring in her own lived-in experiences and her own perspective towards what she's putting out there versus a man who's possibly still learning and still uncoming from most of his conditions and conditioning and everything. So of course, like you said, it's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of how much of an effort everybody makes on an individual level to try and understand people around them in general. So I don't really think so it is a male versus female thing at all.
Mhm.
um,
Not at all.
because if you look at the composition, Kamakshi, this is also possibly your second collaboration with Karun right after Dur. Um,
Mhm.
that Karun has, done the drums. We have Adil, we have Ajay, we have Apurva Isaac, and these guys have pretty
Yeah.
much been a part of your, of most of your gigs. You
Yeah.
recently performed together at the Mahindra Blues Festival also. So first of all, before we get to the composition, how was the feeling of just coming back on stage and performing to a live audience? Because I'm sure that's a different thing.
It was incredible. And working with them on swimming was really interesting because everything happened through Zoom calls. And the reason I love working with them is that they play the song. They know how to like play the parts that will really accent. And as Sanjita rightly said, that they match that feminine energy, they match that vulnerability that the song needed, despite of being men. So I think it's just to share that perspective and draw everyone into what you're trying to say, and I think it was incredible working with them. The parts that they played were absolutely beautiful. So there was Karun, who's worked on Dur before this. He's been a huge part of everything I've done. Um, and everybody was based in Bombay. Even Ajay Jayanti was based in Bombay, and we just like connected on Zoom calls and recorded everything. Um, and yeah, I think this project is definitely been. It'll be really interesting to go back and see how it's evolved over time because it started with like one piano part and vocal line, then Sanjita's verse, and slowly things just kept adding up over a period of one whole year, and to finally see this come to life with a music video is really special. And
And
yeah, it was incredible playing them with them live as well. And we played a little bit of swimming. Obviously it sounded really Like we would have loved to perform it with Sangeeta, but I'm hoping that one day and I can actually take this song live. That'll be incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Here's hoping. Also, I wanted to add, like the composition itself has so many interesting little like sound thingies. Like there's
Yeah.
Kamakshi clapping and snapping, I think. There's also
Yeah.
like what do you call them? What are they called? Crickets and
Yeah.
water. There's
Water.
so many interesting things that we literally like just recorded on an iPhone and kind of sent back and
Yeah.
forth. We're like, is this cricket chirping enough?
Yeah.
Is this water sounding good?
Yeah.
Has
So
something
Like
it's
we
very
actually
actually
had a
spoken?
whole conversation about the
yeah.
stream. I was like, do you think it's loud? Should we fade it out here? Should we do this? But personally, this is the first song that I've actually like sat on production with. Like I've never really produced anything before this, and I had so much like fun working with Sangeeta and figuring out like just like painting a picture as to what fits where. I also like downloaded sample packs for the first time and like tried to like actually understand production and how it works. And yeah, I think it's been an experiment. It's been really fun to work on it.
It's interesting. Kamakshi is always this person who likes to experiment everything because even right now, when she just released a little cover of Chan Chan, you see her using the headphone mic. You see her using a little ball, and then she's also doing a little clap. She just
Yeah.
loves experimenting with her craft time and again. Isn't that Sangeeta?
Absolutely. I feel like she uses her entirety. I feel one thing that I really draw inspiration from Kamakshi. Hi, uncle.
That's my dad.
Yes, hello, uncle.
Yeah.
Is that I think she's a complete musician,
Mhm.
which a lot of us are not. And I feel like she is not just a complete musician, but she is keen on learning more and more. I feel like as an artist, you need to be a seeker and a learner, and I feel like Kamakshi is absolutely that. And I think that's super inspiring and something really to learn from. And every new thing that she comes up with, like the green room sessions, which she's sitting in, I think, right now. Are you
Yeah.
in that room?
Yes, I am.
You are.
It's not looking
And
as aesthetic right now, but
yeah, and of course, drawing inspiration from musicians like, say, Jacob Collier, doing things, experimenting with body percussion, etc., and just doing these a cappella things, sitting in your room. I think um, we just try to find things that we can keep. I've lost track of my sentence, but all I'm trying to say, all I'm trying to say is that yes, I feel like we should keep seeking and learning and drawing inspiration from each other and try
I
to be a
feel
complete artist.
I feel absolutely the same way about Sangeeta. Firstly, I'm in love with her voice. I think it's one of the most like gorgeous, stunning voices that I've ever heard, undoubtedly. And I think she's just so graceful and so like beautiful in everything that she does. And it kind of just flows through her, be it when she dances or when she sings, when she acts. It's just like it's just pouring out of her, and there like that's something I strive for, which is to be spontaneous and just like be present. And I feel like that's really rare and really special about her. So
That
yeah.
is so beautiful. Thank you. Aw. Aw, guys, what an evening.
And happy birthday to us,
Yeah.
all of us. Yeah.
I think one more thing besides biryani you guys have in common is, hey, you guys are both Netflix faces right
Oh,
Yes,
now.
Netflix.
It's
yay!
barely been 3 months down 2022, and Kamakshi is happily ruling OTT, and we've already loved you and feels like it. So first of all, picture this. Somebody sitting in an obscure corner in Finland or God knows in Hawaii for all I know, and
Yeah.
they see a show, so, or rather they see a film where episode 4 has this really pretty face and they want to know who she is. or they will listen to Dur in the Fame game and wonder who is the beautiful voice behind this. So first of all, how do you look at these possibilities unfolding before you guys? Can you describe that feeling?
It's, I
That's
love
the feel.
the picture you just drew. It's just like,
Yeah,
whoa, it's
yeah,
nuts.
yeah. I remember
I don't
feeling.
think it's sunk in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just saying, yeah, it has not truly sunk in the sense that I remember when Feza Kishk released, this is exactly what my friends were telling me. Can you believe that someone in Iceland can like see you and be like, who dat? You know? And yeah, it's crazy that you are suddenly on a platform where literally everybody in the world can access your whatever it is that you have to offer. And it's amazing that there are platforms like that for us, and that people are just keen on seeing new faces, hearing new voices. I think it's an amazing time to be
Absolutely.
an artist. Yeah.
And like we've seen each other, go through a lot of things and seen each other perform all kinds of gigs. And it's really nice to see, artists that you love and admire, like hitting these milestones in their lives. It just gives you that reassurance that, and there's space for everyone now. Like
Everyone.
it's not, yeah, there's space, there's something for everyone, which is really reassuring and nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think one thing that connects with the whole, female thing is that a lot of times, actually, not just it's always like people pitch people against each other,
Hmm.
especially in the art world. No matter
Hmm.
what kind of an artist you are, whether you're an actor or a musician or a dancer or whatever it is, they keep comparing, but I feel like exactly there is room for everybody. And if they can do it, so can you. There is no reason to feel like there's no space for envy. I feel it's just something that you can
Absolutely.
draw inspiration from. If they can do it, if it can happen to them, it can happen to you. So
Yeah.
I
And
feel I read
yeah.
that somewhere in a magazine, and I've always like kind of whenever I feel even a tinge of jealousy or anything, or मेरे साथ भी होना चाहिए था, feel like
Hmm.
होगा यार, time
Hmm.
आएगा, मतलब it'll
Hmm.
happen, you know?
Exactly. And I think
Yeah,
even swimming as a song is a little bit about that. It's like, you know, you have your lows, you have your highs in life, in your career, in your relationships. And, you know, the whole song is, sorry, I think I'm stuck. Is it okay
no, no,
now?
you're good, you're good.
Okay.
No, you're
You guys
good
were stuck.
actually.
Hmm. Okay. So yeah, even the song is just about like flowing through your highs and lows as they come and go. And some people in your life that just stay through all of it, and I think this collaboration is special because I literally did that. Like I was like, okay, I need help with the song. It's not, I can't do justice to the song by myself. I need someone to come in with their perspective. And Sangeeta did such an incredible job. And I think that's how this industry will grow. It's like, hey, maybe this is not my strongest suit. Who can I ask? And that's become my motto, even with my last few releases. Even with Dur, I didn't know what to do. I was stuck. I asked Kabir, I asked Samir. So whenever you're stuck, just ask for help, and you'll be surprised at the number of people who'll be willing to help you and like just support what you're trying to do in your career. If they just like,
Yeah.
vibe with you, and if it's, and collaboration is, it's been a really amazing experience with, especially with this project. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the perspectives that, other people can bring into your song baby, and the way your
Yeah,
song baby grows into an adult is just the most beautiful thing when you collaborate.
absolutely.
10 on 10 would recommend.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say is it took an unused voice demo for Dur to now transform into, a global anthem now that it is on Netflix. And you will never know where could swimming land tomorrow. All I can say is that
Absolutely.
it's already looking so beautiful, and I hope it's only with the two of you. And I can only wish you guys all the very best, because everything that you do, anything that you guys touch, actually turns into gold. And I'm not using this as just a phrase that I picked up from somewhere, but really it's wishful thinking, and I cannot wait for the world to see swimming. So all the best to both of you, and thank you so much once again for joining me on VJ's playlist.
Thank you
Thank you
so much.
so much, Vijay. It's always amazing to talk to you.
Yeah, this is the
And
first time.
congratulations on your new venture. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Woo!